Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the Volquest Stock Report on this Florida week. Stock up for you this week.
I'm going to go with the offensive line, and particularly the offensive line run blocking, Austin. I think when you look at the last two games, Eric Gray has been really good, and I think Eric Gray deserves a lot of credit for being really good, but I don't know that those guys in front of him have gotten enough credit for how well they have played. A lot of times Eric Gray is getting to the second level and even to the safety level a couple of times without being touched because of holes that's been created by the offensive line against Arkansas and against Auburn. It'll be tougher sledding this week against Florida, but credit that offensive line and their run blocking. They've certainly been much better the last 8 quarters.
For me, I'm going to go stock up Harrison Bailey. He continues to get praise. He continues to play, at a solid level when he's gotten time in the football game. He's doing exactly what the coaches have asked him to do. Again, continues to show a little bit of moxie. Has it been great? No. But has it been solid for a kid that had not played a whole lot of college football? Yeah. He's played sporadically and played up mop-up duty, all year long. I'm really excited for Saturday just to see what he's like when it's 0-0, when it's 7-0 or 7-7. How does he react facing a first-team defense that's, coming after you and not just dropping and saying, hey, we'll let you have that 7 or 8 yard pass to matriculate down the field slowly and run the clock. So for me, it's stock up Harrison Bailey. Stock down for me, Tennessee's inability to make big plays through the air. They've not done that the last couple of games. They need to find that. They didn't really do it at Arkansas. They didn't do it at Auburn. You go back to the Alabama game, Tennessee had the big plays to Jalen Hyatt, and I thought that made a huge difference in the spacing of the offense. The last two games, it's been much more run-oriented, have not taken the deep shots, and have not connected on the deep shots. So I think that's paramount coming up this weekend. Stock down for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go Jerry Guarantano, and it's just the mistakes of Jerry Guarantano. And I don't want to bash the kid. I think the kid's been tough. I think he's battled through injuries. He's played hurt, but it's just never developed for him. It's never come about. And it's sad to see at the end of his career that this is where it's at for him. But, that pick six for 100 yards in the Auburn game is certainly a lasting impression. And he just never could get over that hump, Austin, of eliminating those catastrophic negative plays. And it's a shame. I don't know if it's because, his freshman year he was beat up so much and scarred from that, if it's all the coaching changes, if it's just a lack of adjusting to the speed of the college game, for whatever it is. For a guy who's played as much football as he's played, it's just never materialized into the college career he thought he would have, his people around him thought he would have, or certainly I thought he would have.
No doubt about it. Stock stagnant for me this week. I'm going to go with the freshman playmakers. Coach Pruitt again on Wednesday saying how big the last 5 weeks have been for the development of Keyshawn Lawrence and Jimmy Holiday and Jimmy Callaway and Dee Beckwith and Jabari Small and Amari Thomas. But until I actually see them making plays on Saturday, I got to go stock stagnant for those kids. You?
Yeah, and my stock stagnant. I'm just going to go with what does this roster look like on Saturday? You've explained this week and very correct and succinctly what contact tracing means and how this works. So I think they're going to get a bunch of these guys back who they were without, for the bigger part of the week. But what do they look like? What is this roster? Who exactly is back? Who's not back? What are the guys who are back? What do they look like having not practiced for nearly 2 weeks and going to play against Florida in a game like this? So I'm just going to go with this roster this week. And what does this team look like, both who dresses and then those who dress, how do they perform, particularly with the loss of practice time for some of these key contributors?
He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price, and this has been the Volquest Stock Report.